Simon invested 5,000 into a savings account with interest of 5%. So this is your I, okay? And then this is your P. Compounded semi-annually. Semi-annually means twice a year. Annually means per year. Semi-annually means twice a year. So this means that this guy's money is gonna grow in this manner. He puts in 5,000 here, ne? After 6 months, ne? His money will stay here. After 6 months here, at this time, the money would gain interest. And then whatever balance he has here will stay in the bank. And then at that point, the money will gain interest the second time. Are we together? That's how the money grows over a period of a year. If it's 2 years, then obviously it's gonna wait another 6 months and grows and so on. So do you guys understand what semi-annually means? Now, there's something that I need to draw your attention to, ne? So now we said that say compound means grow, ne? If someone says my problems are compounding, it means that my problems are getting worse. My problems are growing. My problems. Okay. So now compounded similarly means grows every 6 months. That's what it means. So which means that, as I said, the guy leaves the money there, Simon, and then after 6 months it gains interest. But what level of interest does it gain in that month? What interest? What amount of interest? Is it 5%? No, it's not 5%. For 5% says per annum, means per year. So what you are going to do, you're gonna take this 5% and convert it into semi-annual terms. So that is, you're gonna decide, okay, over 1 year, a period of a year, the interest that they're talking about is 5% per annum. So now, over a year, we've got 2 growth periods, of each one 6 months. So these 2 growth periods will share the 5%. Same as having twins. You've got twins and then you only have 5 rents, and then now you want to give them pocket money at a day on a particular day. So if you're going to split the 5 rents into half, you're going to go 5 rents divided by 2, right? Similarly, these 2 periods of 6 months will share the 5%. So it's going to be 5% divided by 2, which is 2.5%. I get. So that means after leaving the 5,000 for 6 months, the 5,000 would gain interest of 2.5%. Whatever balance you have there, leave it for another 6 months, or gain 2.5% of that balance, the balance here, and so on. Do you all understand what's going on? Yes? Amu? Khatebe? Mholi? Nkosi Sinati? Proper stuff. You guys are smart. Sharp, sharp. So now, if I were to, I'm just showing you a quick example, ne? If I were to check like what the balance is at the end of the year, ne? I'll do this. I'll go A equals P. So you mustn't claim the formulas, ne? Okay. Some of you know this. You would use this formula, ne? Something like this. This is the same thing. The important thing is understanding. Ne? Look at this. You're gonna substitute. This guy put 5,000. Leave a bit of space here between the 5 and the 0 to show that it's 5,000. 1 plus. Now the interest you're gonna put here is this one, right? So some of you could put it like this. You could put the 5%. Okay, let's put this first. I'll show you after. We're applying this formula. This is the interest. It's 2.5%. And we know that 2.5% same as 2.5 over 100. So this will give you 0.025. Okay, and then this n doesn't necessarily represent the number of years, but it represents the number of times this thing grows. So if we're just looking at the balance at the end of the year, this thing grew 2 times. So therefore, we're gonna put a 2 there to show it gained interest twice. What interest? This interest. Are we together? Punch quickly and tell me what you get as your answer. Let's go. Punch quick. Remember, you need to punch on your calculator as fast as you do on WhatsApp, ne? Baba, you guys are very fast on WhatsApp. When I'm send a message hi, what you respond really quick. Do the same here. Let's go. Do the same. What do we get there? Proper stuff. Now, this is the balance this guy would have at the end of the year, right? Look, this is me having used this formula. Let's use this formula. You guys will see that this is literally the same thing. The important thing is understanding, interpretation. I'm going to go A equals my P is 5,000. 1 plus my I is that I, yeah, 5% again. And we know that percentage is over, same as over 100. So we're just going to put 0.05. That's what this thing is. Ne? This is the thing over M. M is how often the money grows in a year. So it says compounded semi-annually, grows twice a year. So you're going to put a 2 there. So, and then over, sorry, close bracket. And then at the top, we put M and N. So M is still our 2 there. N is the number of years. So we are looking at a period of a year is going to go times 1. So you guys see that we're also going to get 2 there. And you guys also see that this will also give you this. So you see, guys, the important thing is interpretation of these formulas. It's just one and the same thing. Are we good? Yes. So now, proper stuff. So now, if they'd said, for 2 years, then here I'd put for 5 years, maybe, or 6 years, for example, I'll put a 6 there in place of the n. Then I'll get my answer. And in this context, remember, this means the number of times this thing grows. So in a year, it grows twice. Ne? So in 6 years, it's going to go 2 times 6, which is 12. So you're going to put 12 there. So interpretation is key. Sharp, sharp. I want to draw attention to something else quickly. If the question had said compounded quarterly, ne? Quarterly. Okay. Now the context changes now. The context changes. I want to show you. Let's clear this. Yes, let's clear that. Let us just erase instead. Okay. Now the context changes. The statement remains the same except for this part. Simon invested 5,000 into a savings account, interest 5% per annum, compounded quarterly. How much will he have after 6 years? So now, compound means grow, and then quarterly means grows every quarter. We know that a quarter takes 3 months. So it's January, February, March. This is the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, then the fourth quarter. So we've got 4 quarters in a year. So now you want to know, let's now calculate how much this guy will have at the end of the year. Let's just not 6 years, but just the year. Let's see how much this guy has where. I'll show you now. Let's see how much this guy has there. We want to know how much he has there. He invested 5,000 there under those investment conditions. So we're going to apply this formula. Okay. We go. P is the 5,000 still. 1 plus our I, very important. What is our I? Remember that they said that the interest environment is 5% per annum. So that means per annum means per year. And when you know that your money grows quarterly after every 3 months. So the 5,000 January, February, March, it grows by a certain percentage. But the question is the percentage 5% by which it grows? No, it's not 5% because the 5% is for the year. Now, you need to take this 5% and share it amongst the 4 periods. So it's like you've got 5 rents and you've got quadruplets, 4 kids. Then you want to share the 5 rents or split the 5 rents amongst them equally. So you're going to go 5 rents divided by 4. Similarly, you're going to take this 5% and divide it by 4. This will give you 5 divided by 4. It'll give you 1.25% proper stuff. So which means that when this guy leaves his money there, after 3 months, the 5,000 will increase by 1.25%. Whatever balance he has there, after the next 3 months again, it will increase by that. Whatever balance he has, and so on. So let us use this formula and see what we have at the end of the year. So we've got 5,000 there, 1 plus. So this is 1.25%. We know that percentage means over 100, so we can just go 1.25 divided by 100, which is 0.0125. 0.0125. Okay, then this does not necessarily mean the number of years, but the number of times this thing grows. So over a period of a year, this thing grows 1, 2, 3, 4. It compounds 4 times. We put 4 there. We punch. I'll punch on my side so that we don't waste time. This gives an answer of 5,254.73, ne? Sharp. So this is us using this formula. If you want to use the other formula, some of you prefer this one. Still the same thing. The key thing is interpretation. We go 5,000, 1 plus interest again, 5% again. So we know that 5% is the same as 5 over 100, so which is 0.05 again. Divide by our M is how often this thing grows. It grows 4 times per year, quarterly. 4. I put my 4 there. Do you guys see that this gives the same answer as that? Sharp. And then here we've got our 4, still the same thing, our M4, times the number of years. We're only looking at this for a period of a year, 1. So we still get a 4 there. We still get a 4 there. So we get the same answer. Do you guys see the beauty of financial maths?